Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to our P2P members, Paying to Performance. We're working on 3 speeds again today of our DJM or dynamic joint mobility. And today what I want to do, just like every time, we're going to assess a range of motion. So it could be also strength or a functional movement. Then we're going to reassess after doing some joint mobility. By the way, coming up, in our P2P membership, in our daily mobility series, we are going to be using bands quite a bit. So we'll give you some info on where you can pick up our favorite bands. And at some point, we'll have that link in the comments for you. So today, what I want you to start with is we're going to do just a basic rotation assessment. So I'm going to have you bring your feet together, stand with feet touching. We're going to reach the arms out in front. Put one thumb up and hands connected together. So almost like you're holding your hands together there. And then we're going to rotate to the left, rotate to the right. So we can turn the hips, the knees a little bit. Our feet are going to stay anchored though. So I have my feet anchored to the floor. Try not to move your feet so we get the same assessment each time. And I'm getting just a baseline looking at something in the room that lines up with my thumb as I rotate to the left and then to the right. So I have an idea how much muscle tension or tone, flexor extensor tone do I have currently. Then I'm going to go ahead and go into some finger circles. And so we're going to go ahead and start with the right hand. And in finger circles, we want to move just one finger at a time. So we're getting really kind of specific and moving just the thumb first. And then we'll go just the pointer finger. And then we'll go just the middle. And then we'll go just the ring. And then we'll go to just the pinky. And I want you to see if you can get an isolation there. So only move the pinky, even if you need to hold the other fingers still with that. And then shake that out. We'll move to the left hand. Same thing. We're going to go thumb circles. Getting as much smooth range of motion as you can on that thumb circle. Pointer finger circles. Index finger. And again, trying to isolate that, keeping the other fingers out of it. Go middle finger circles. And then ring finger. Again, if you need to hold a couple fingers, maybe those next door neighbors that want to move along with. In this case, we want to isolate first before we come back and integrate. So then pinky finger. And we'll shake that out. So when we go to the wrist, we're going to do 3 different speeds for the finger circles. Because there's so many fingers, we're going to just go ahead and stick with that basic finger circling. Let's bring the feet back together. We're going to go rotation again. So I want to just get your feedback. You can find out for you, did that make your range of motion better, worse, or the same? And if it got better, that's a high payoff drill, and we want to probably continue to practice mobility in those finger circles. Every joint's important. We want to move and have a good map for every joint in the body. So if your rotation got better, we improved flexor extensor tone, we improved your muscle tone, and the synergy of how muscles in the rest of the body are working together just using your fingers. There's reasons neurologically with a brain-based approach that the fingers, because they have so much real estate in the brain, the fingers can impact on more globally the rest of the body. Then we're going to go into wrist glides. And the first speed of wrist glides we're going to practice is a slow speed. So I want you to do 10-second repetitions. This is what a repetition looks like. So we're going to take the wrist, make a loose fist with the fingers, and then take the wrist up, glide it up, and then glide it down. So with that up and down motion and then coming back to this neutral position, let's work on 10 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and do internal timing. So you just count 1 1000, 2 1000, up to 10 1000. We're doing a really slow tempo to work on, again, the brain-body map, making a really good connection at slow speed. So then later, it's smooth when we start to speed it up. So we're going to go slow speed wrist glide. Let's go one more. Don't rush through it. And good, 10-second rep. Let's go ahead and switch to the other hand. So we're going to glide the wrist only up. Fingers, knuckles follow. Wrist comes down. And then gliding back up. 9 and 10-second reps. So let's go ahead and retest your range of motion after wrist glides. on that 10-second slow tempo. And for me, range of motion is significantly better. So I know finger circles, great drill to keep practicing. Slow wrist glides, also good drill to keep practicing. Now we're going to accelerate it a little bit with the wrist glide. So we're going to go up to a 4-second tempo. So we're going to go 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,004 back to neutral, and then repeat that. Try to keep it slow using that internal timing. We want to practice tall posture and good breathing through these. And then go ahead and go to the other hand, other wrist. And so if you are in our P2P membership, we are going to be adding bands into these. So adding ways to load all the joints in the body and build strength as well as the mobility that we've been building and working on. So retest your range of motion after 4-second wrist glides. And then if that also improved range of motion, you know, again, high payoff drill, good one to keep coming back to. Then we're going to go fast tempo. So we're going to go sport speed, tall posture, breathe, and you're up, down fast, and then coming back to neutral. Here too, we want to practice with the wrist still leading the movement, not the hand. A lot of times we'll see people hold their forearms still and just move the knuckles up and down. We actually want the wrist joint itself, meaning this whole from the elbow down, distal part of the arm is involved there. Same thing on the other side. We'll go sport speed or fast tempo on that other wrist. Nice job. Bring those feet back together. Find your spot where you were assessing, and we'll reassess, keeping the feet down. And that's probably the best one for me so far. So speed matters. Your nervous system is going to respond differently in different joints to different speeds. So we want to practice with specificity and give the individual athlete, we think everybody's an athlete, the best drill based on, again, speed, what joint position, and what joint we're working on. The last one we're going to work on today is a shoulder circle out in front of the body. So it looks like that with the elbow locked, making a loose fist. We're also going to add in internal and external rotation to this. So if I have my thumb up, external rotation would be that thumb going out to the side. Internal rotation would be the thumb coming in and then maybe even down a little bit. While we're doing that front shoulder circle, I want you to practice moving the arm from internal and back to external rotation during that. So this is actually a little bit of a brain-body cognitive task where it might take you thinking about it a little bit. So we're going to reach that arm out in front. We're going to start that front shoulder circle, and then we're going to change that thumb position where the thumb's going up and out and then back down and in. And so keep that shoulder circle going. And on this one, let's just go with the one speed today. So kind of like a controlled, almost a standard speed that you feel comfortable with. Again, remember, as you're trying to maintain that smooth front circle, drawing that circle in front of the body, we're also spinning into internal and external shoulder rotation. Nice job. Good. And that can be a little bit of a brain teaser at first, but you'll find if you practice it like anything, you'll improve and you'll get better at it. Let's go to the other shoulder, and thumb doing that up, down, and in and out motion while you're shoulder circling. Good job. If you have a specific spot in space that you're circling around, you can also work on accuracy a little bit. And so looking down the length or the shaft of the arm and trying to circle that loose fist around a specific spot in space. Nice. So shake that out, relax, and then let's go back, bring your feet together, find your retest spot, and reassess on range of motion. And definitely opening up here for me. So good drill set. I hope it was for you as well. If you're curious about more on our full Pain to Performance membership, we do daily mobility videos, and then we have full training sessions, full workout sessions available for you. Within that, all things that you can do at home. The most equipment that you would probably need is potentially like a hand weight or a kettlebell, and then a resistance band, which if you're a member already, get ready. We're going to be stepping things up a notch and working on building strength with the bands. Talk to you soon.